Alright, so we are starting anew in Classic Survival. Why? Because the previous ship that we created was hideous and wasn't worth reviving, to be honest. And plus, the new update, the data update, the drive, automate, and detonate is going to be out relatively soon. Very soon. So instead of rebuilding the ship, we're starting anew, starting fresh with a new ship. But of course, we are gonna probably stay where we are currently, right on Verdure. So we're not gonna do what we did before and try to get to Vallecia Station for no apparent reason, except for getting fuel. I'm pretty sure we could build a base here, build a ship here, mobile base, whatever it could be. And of course, we're gonna update and build some rovers along the way once the update is available. Well, right now, what we're going to do is refurbish our dropship as we did before. So this time around, instead of building a wonky little ship that was kind of more vertical than anything else, we're going to build it a little bit differently this time around. I feel like we got a nice little side here. We got a nice little solar panel. So what we can do is kind of see if we could knock this thing off to the side and build like the cockpit or seats right over yonder or right in the front. Probably in the front would be the best idea. So we can easily just take the antenna out. Take out a few of these blocks out if we need to. I'm just going to take out probably a few for now. We probably don't need all of it to be removed because it's going to not really work out in terms of putting things on there. So we need a cockpit, and so far this is the only cockpit we can have. So it would be kind of like this, and we could convey everything right inside in the middle. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Whoa, I don't know why we just got tossed, but okay. All right, so I just had to switch out a little bit. Weld grind drill is my go-to, so not sure if that's what you're used to, but I am used to that for a bit now. All right, so we definitely need a lot more materials and components and everything like that, and raw resources to get this thing running. But that is a good starting point there, and we can convey everything, especially into the survival kit if anything. How I'm going to release all this, no idea. But for now, we'll leave it as is and try to get some more material. So we got some iron roughly around here. Probably iron, nickel, cobalt is what we're going to try to look for. We got some copper. That's nice too. And we're going to go doing some dig. Diggy, diggy, hole. All right, we filled out backpack a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't help that I took out the antenna for the ship or drop pod, because now I can't really find where it is. Oh, right there. Okay, never mind. That's not too bad. So I didn't find any cobalt, but was able to get iron, silicon, and nickel. Nickel more or less from the rocks more than anything else, or the stone, as we want to call it. But I think that should do for now. We do need the cobalt probably when we get thrusters ready to go. But for now, let's get this thing welded up. Okay, so we still gotta knock it off, and again, we need to get the thrusters on here, and it's gonna be atmospheric thrusters so far. And you need, I'm pretty sure we need kind of cobalt or something like that, right? No, I'm completely off. No cobalt needed whatsoever. So that is fine. So we just got to find a way to knock this thing down forward somehow. That's where it might get a little tricky. And we could throw in a hole here for a connector, or maybe even over here as a connector. But we do need to put a hole here so I can see a little bit better. And yeah, we could definitely put like a connector there, whatever the case is, if anything, and connect the points. Well, I believe they're connection points. Yeah, they're connection points. And the survival kit should have a connecting point towards the bottom as well. Oh, that's a big old plate. That, right, that works out okay, except the fact that this thing's kind of floating in the air now, which is not good. So do we just throw in a minor block in different areas like this for now just to hold it up? I think so. We could leave that little bit of a opening just for show, I guess. Okay, that is looking good. And again, how am I going to drop this thing? I have no idea. Well, maybe a gyroscope will help. That probably is the best idea. I don't think there's a gyroscope on here already, so we could always throw one on there. Which it could be inside, outside. Oh, we could have just put it there, to be honest. That would have worked out alright. But you know what? I'm just going to throw it in here. Although, I don't think I have enough materials for that, but we will try. Oh, success. Iron and nickel is all we need. All the minor little materials that we need to build this out, which is great. Probably should put a door here if anything, but that could kind of wait. I wonder if I could and should throw in some detail blocks here just to be on the extremely safe side of things. Just like that, potentially. I don't know. That kind of looks a little wonky as well, but I'm just going to add it for now. Actually, we should just throw it on the corners. They did that. Okay, perfect. And that's that for the little details. All right, perfect. So we got 2 little batteries, which you probably have to add a bigger one on here, but I think I should be able to move this thing regardless, right? Unless I really want to just put in a bigger battery. Or maybe a third smaller battery, but it's more or less I want to put this big old battery right here. Probably not there specifically, but somewhere decent. I mean, that's where our connector is going to be. Not a lot of space for anything at the moment is the biggest problem. But we do need the extra battery just to get ourselves going. So maybe we just keep this on here for now. I'm going to throw it on top of the survival kit for now, and hopefully I'll be able to get to the power module. Now I could probably dig out this thing, right? Potentially, so that it becomes static, not a non-static grid. So yeah, that might be the way to go. The only other thing is that I cannot put in a bigger thruster. That is probably for later. I think we need turbine blades, right? Yeah, we need at least 2 turbine blades in order to get that working. So we're just gonna have to work with a ton of tiny little thrusters for now, which is not the worst thing in the world, but fairly annoying. Okay, so we need some up thrust. So up thrust for now, I guess we could kind of throw it here, a little wonky. Ooh. Like we can add all those. We don't want it that way. But 4 to work for now, I think. Alright, I need to really work on getting this on symmetrical. How come this could be 5? My placement of these things are completely off. Nope, that's not what we want. This tree better not be in the way. I doubt it. And there is a way to get rid of the tree that I didn't know about before, and that's just to unroot it, basically. So, actually, you know what? Maybe I should just do that. Let's get rid of this tree. Like so. There you go. Timber. Alright, we got our thrusting. We are missing forward thrust, which we can easily add down here or back there. I might have to add some temporary ones for now because I think we're going to be stuck on the ground if I put these here. So we'll go about that later. But we also am missing side thrusting. Side thrusting can go here. Ish. Yeah, a decent amount though. Except for down here. It sticks out a little bit more. But that's fine. 5 on that side. I mean, eventually we're going to have to do a lot more on the sides anyway. So let's just do that. Alright, question is, do we have enough materials to get all this welded? Highly doubt it, but let's see what happens. All right, how are we looking? You be the judge. It looks like to me a humpback whale of a ship, which more or less is not the worst looking thing. I mean, we made worse, if you recall. But this is looking okay. This is just an adoption of the drop pod anyways, and we're just gonna update it and make it look better later down the line. But let's release this thing somehow. I feel like, is there a way to do that trick of putting weight on this thing? Like, if I really want to do it, can I put a big battery like that and kind of hold it up? Like, I'm not gonna build it out. I'm just gonna project it and maybe build a little bit of it so it can carry the weight. So if I put it like that, you think that would work? I haven't tested that out. Might as well test it now. So we're just gonna get a shell of it on here. Oop. There's no connection point now. Why? Did I mess that up somehow? That would be kind of ridiculous. I guess it's just too far ahead. Oh, I mean, that sucks. Oh, I'm missing components anyway, so it wouldn't make a difference. Okay, so that sucks. Pretty sure I could build like a big old thruster or something like that. That might work out okay too. That should kind of give it its weight. And if I were to dampen it off, that should help out a little bit. All right, instead of damaging this sucker, I'm gonna drill it out instead. I was thinking about grinding down some of the blocks. Wait. We gotta think of this like a tree. We should not be cutting it down. Should you cut it from the back? Like, you're supposed to cut a tree down this way into a wedge-like looking thing, right? Like this way, and then this way, and then chop the back end, and that's gonna fall that way. So yeah. All right. So yeah, we should probably create this little bit of a wedge thing here, or drop point. So if it does fall, it's gonna fall forward and not backward. If the weight holds, we could drop this thing. But we do also have a gyroscope, so it should be all right. All right, I think this is it. In 3, 2, 1, chop chop. Ooh, that dropped aggressively. All right, I don't think we have enough thrusters to get this thing really moving. This didn't really do much at all. So let's get rid of this, and that. We could throw in landing gears if we really need to land. Maybe around here. Kind of like it to be over there for now. We'll just do the 2. All right. So now the worst thing about this is that this start has no unknown signals or whatever they're called in this. And that means we're not going to be able to find certain things, which we could probably weld up and grind for and everything like that. So yeah, that could kind of wait. But let's see. Does this thing fly? If it flies, that'll be perfect. If it doesn't, then that's going to suck. Where am I headed? Where's this view headed? All right, I do have a tiny, teeny gyroscope. So let's see if I could just dampen it on and flatten this guy out a little bit. Okay. Am I landing geared out? No, I'm not. Okay, so there's no reasonable way to do this, is there? We ain't got enough speed. Not enough thrusters for what we needed to do. But we can still drop it a little bit further if we have to. Drop down. Nope. Not enough power. I don't know, we're glued on or something, but not enough forward thrust, it looks like. Not enough up thrust either. Ooh, we could do that. That kind of worked. I put downward thrust and that happened. It's a chunky thing now. Yeah, this ain't gonna work because we do not have enough thrusting power to pull this thing forward. This thing is heavy. Surprisingly quite heavy. If I could find twin turbines, that'd be great. You know what? Let's see. Smelter needs motors, electronic parts. I might be able to make this. But if we could place this somewhere. It was a huge block. There we go. Smelter up and running. Now we can make the twin turbines. Perfect. So we can make probably, let's just say 8 for now. I think we could make 8. I would hope so, at least. Then we'll throw some in the little box up here. And we can upgrade the twin turbine stuff. We should probably utilize this on the back, though. But I need to fly this thing off a little bit first in order to utilize that. So, once again, we're going to make the most hideous ship in the world. Temporarily, at least. So, we just need a few of these bad boys. I should design it out now. Or later? Probably now would be the better idea. I did put the smelter in a very, very peculiar spot, though. So, that kind of sucks. I'm thinking maybe we do a funsy way of it, which is going to be kind of wing styled out that way, maybe. That should work okay. That certainly doesn't like that to be there for some reason. Yeah, we're gonna wing it out over here if we can. Again, I should really work with symmetrical, but I can't do this either way because it's not letting me do the projections. I gotta do one by one, which is really annoying. Okay, 2. Put that there, and I can't put 1 up here. Okay, so that's gonna take some time. Okay, so partial copy still is a good idea. So that kind of worked out. So we don't have to worry about symmetrical in that way. But yeah, partial copy saves me so much time. All right, let's set up the symmetrical build out of this. Why not? So that should be right down the middle. So that should be fine. That's all I needed. So I hope that, yeah, that was the middle. All right, perfect. So we get 2 big old turbines here, and we could probably do 2 big old turbines here. This one's probably gonna look a little bit more on the funkier side, which is not terrible. Just throw that there. That works. It does not. Don't know why you do not like that, but that's fine. Looks like I might have to partial copy once again, but yeah, why not? I guess in some ways we're winging it for now. Yes, pun intended. What just happened? But yeah, other than just winging it, I was planning to do like these solar panels extended out more wings, more than this, to be honest. But this kind of works too. I need to really get rid of that, but I think I could run 3 big old turbines for now. I would hope. And it's these turbines right here. They're not the biggest things in the world. Probably want to get higher. Yeah, like right there. And how we're looking. All right, that's looking all right. Still not the best in the world, but that's looking all right. Now, I should be able to get this onto flat grounds, right? Damper off or on. Go forward. Ooh. Yes. We can fly. All right, so flight is good. Not a lot of push power, but the main point was to get somewhere off the area. I mean, we could build a base here. We really wanted to. I didn't really incline to do that. I wanted to build more of a mobile base so we could travel around, look for what we need to look for and everything like that. I don't know if I want to go down there. It's not the end of the world if we did go down there. But we're not ready for that. I think we stick with that nice little plane right over here. Ooh, our power consumption is, ouch, 85%. But I mean, we got some decent flight on, so that's not that bad. All right, we can let. Ooh, let's not do that. Let's not do that. How did I end up doing this again? It's just no way, right? Jeez. There we go. We're good. And we can land. We can park. We are fine. There's a big old rock here that has iron in it, it looks like. That's pretty cool. We make a little rock city. A little place to chill out. Here, we're camping out here for a while. Nice little survival spot. All right, not really. We're not chilling there. All All right, let's move this smelter. We got to move it out to the side a little bit. Side? The back. Okay, smelter is good to go. So the bottom needs reinforcement. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to fly this thing a little bit. Get it up in the air ever so slightly, which is going to use some of the power, but it's fine. I mean, the ship is not looking that bad. It's looking a little wonky with all these thrusters and everything. I should really get rid of some of those thrusters. Let's see. How can we design this out? Not sure. For now, I think we just do like a forklift-like thing. Or pallet. Alright, we'll keep it as a sled for now and back here. And we should be able to get us some thrusters back from there. How do we want to do the other types of thrusting? We have room to do a nice little design for the backwards thrusting. I mean the forward thrusting, which will be kind of like right over here. We'll throw this here, and then we'll curve it out there. So, Alright, we are good. We are missing a little bit of iron to get this fully 100%, but that's fine. It seems like it still should work. But I do need to get more iron for other stuff too. So there's always that. But we look like we got a decent ship going. Oh, we need to get this done. Alright, we might have to go and get that iron. Well, we have iron right here. Duh. A little shelter hole. Okay, so survival cave turned into an outhouse. Potentially. Alright, maybe I should have made that symmetrical, because that looks a little wonky to me. And it's very cake-like. Well, I mean, portal-like. Portal gun-like, that is. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's fine. Alright, so we turned the basic pod into a pretty decent ship. Within about an hour of drilling, welding, building, and such. Wasn't too bad. But yeah, we can definitely remove some more stuff here. So like, we don't need this anymore. So we can keep the charm of the original space pod. Do we have to? No, not really. But it's just a little fun to always keep its original charm. We don't have forward thrust or backward thrust. We have forward thrust and upward thrust. We could keep side thrusting the way it is. We could get rid of some of these thrusters that we said we're gonna get rid of. I mean, to really design it a little cooler with the smaller thrusters, if we really had to and we need the speed for it, we could throw it right here on the side. So it would look just like this. And we could throw it on, we could kind of throw it on all sides or so. So we could throw it like one this way backwards. So why not? Let's just do that. Right? So just as an extra design, we could throw one right over here. We could throw up there too if we move some of the blocks there. So there's some design differences there that we could work with. Now, did I just put that there? Yes. And there you go. See, it kind of gives that extra charm for it. And we're going to do the same thing for upward thrust and all that stuff too. But we're not doing that now. What we're going to do is explore. Explore further. We need unknown signals and such. So we... What did I grind it down? No, right. We need unknown signals to find more things like compressors and stuff for a drill system to make this more drillable. But we could also wait for the data update for some wheels, automation, and detonation to start drilling more. But our portal gun looking like thing is looking decent. I mean, we could generally make a big old roundabout thing in the front and have a seat inside eventually. That could happen. It could. I really should make these symmetrical though, because I kind of don't like the look of it. It needs to go up one and right a little bit. I guess we'll leave it for now. Why make it so painful for something later? Sun's going out. I think if we travel towards the sun, might get a better view. And we're out of power. So that's great. Okay. So we're not going anywhere. Into our survival hole it is, or aka my little outhouse. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoy this one. More to come. See you guys around.